Diddy was sentenced today to 50 months, which is the equivalent of 4.1 years in prison. Here's a little bit of a synopsis of what was going on.
John Dickerson, music mogul Sean Diddy Combs was just sentenced to more than 4 years in prison. The 55-year-old was convicted back in July on 2 counts of transportation to engage in prostitution. Combs had pleaded not guilty to all charges and was acquitted of 2 more serious charges, sex trafficking and racketeering, which would have led to a potential life sentence. Moments before he was sentenced, Combs apologized for his disgusting, shameful, and sick behavior. Those are his characterizations. Our Jerika Duncan is outside the courthouse. Jerika has covered this case from the beginning. Jerika, your thoughts?
This was the most important day of this case, and Combs did give a statement about 12 minutes long where he spoke directly to the court. He talked about being personally responsible and apologized for what happened with his ex-girlfriends, Cassie Ventura and Jane. October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month, and he said moments ago, I want to personally apologize to all of the victims of domestic violence. He said, quote, I hate myself right now. I was stripped to nothing. And when it comes to that video of him beating Cassie, he said, I was sick on drugs. I was out of control. I needed help. I make no excuses. I knew better. But the judge had some very sharp words in response to Combs. He acknowledged that he is trying to do better and told him that he hopes that he continues that, but instantly went into rejecting attempts to characterize what happened as, quote, sex, drugs, and rock and roll. He said, you abused your power and control you had over women you claimed you had loved. You abused them emotionally and physically. He said the evidence was massive. I was sitting right here, he said. We read it and we saw it. Images of gashes and bruises and broken doors. And I saw it in the video. It was savage. This is according to the judge. This is some of the comments that he made just moments ago in court. Alice Gaynor from WCBS is in the courtroom right now and sending out notes just to give us a sense of what Combs' demeanor is like right now. What is his family reacting to? I also want to note something that the judge mentioned in reference to Jane. She went by the pseudonym Jane, but this was also an ex-girlfriend. He said he referred to the brutal assault of Jane by saying, you kicked down 5 doors in her home, lifted her off the floor by her neck, punched her, kicked her, dragged her by her hair, slapped her so hard she fell down. Jane.
So that's a general idea of what was happening inside of the courtroom. You had the defense suggesting 14 to 16 months at the prosecution that was requiring or suggesting 11 years. And then you had his family playing a video, him talking about all of the things that he's done, the inmates that he's helped, and that, he was taking responsibility for his actions. And then the judge scolded him. And then right after that, gave him 4.1 years, 50 months in prison, and, sentencing him, which I'm assuming that his legal team will probably appeal. But that is what happened. What are y'all thoughts on this?
I think it's probably nonsense, because what he scolded him for is not what he got convicted of. He got convicted of trafficking, not all that stuff that the judge said. So that sucks.
that shit was corny, man. Like, how you gonna talk about something I'm not on trial for? How you gonna scold me over something I'm not on trial for? Like, the fuck that got to do with anything?
He's on trial for it. He just wasn't convicted of it.
He wasn't on trial for whipping on Cassie. He wasn't on trial for domestic violence. Was he? Am I wrong? Yeah, he wasn't on trial for that. Why are you bringing it up?
I don't believe that was a charge.
Yeah, it wasn't. Like, so what did I do? What did I do that was trafficking? You know what I'm saying? What did I do? Like, you gonna scold me over my lifestyle and over something that happened to a woman in my house, but you didn't tell me what I did wrong legally. You didn't tell me where I was wrong legally at, because I wasn't. I didn't do anything wrong. Cassie was the one that was wrong. She was the one that was the ringleader. She was the one that was bringing men over. She was the one finding the men. You brought one of those men in and had him on trial. you clearly didn't take anything that he said as a reference point for nothing, because he even said that Cassie brought me in. You gave her immunity, obviously, because you just wanted to take this man down.
Maybe
It's
he was
crazy
throwing
to
him an
me.
alley. Maybe he was throwing him an alley for the appeal. Like he can use the judges' comments against him in an appeal. Like,
yeah, I definitely would. I definitely would, because you can't scold me over something that I'm not on trial for. I mean, that damn near should be that should be against the law. Like, really? No, think about that shit. You're talking about my life, but I'm not on trial for that, and you're scolding me for it in the public. What are we doing? That's not your job. Your job is to your job is to assess what happened and then give me sentencing based on the data that was presented from the defense. Well, actually, the prosecution. I'm sorry. I just don't understand, man. Like the judicial system is trash. It been trash. It's gonna always be trash. Please stay out the courts so you don't have to deal with no shit like this. Stay out the fucking courts, man. They gonna fuck you over.
That's what I said. We were talking about yesterday. The judge, once the judge is on the bench, he can do whatever the fuck he wants. And if you ain't got enough money to fight it, then you're screwed.
I guess maybe I wonder if they're connecting the violence to how he was able to get Cassie and the other girl to do the things that he's accused of doing to them. So I wonder if there's a connection that could be made there, because I know that there was a connection with the drugs and that being a part of why Cassie was influenced. I wonder if the violence has something to do with that too. But I think once anybody saw that video, he wasn't, as much as people say, you know, disregard what somebody just said or disregard what you saw. I think once that video came out of him beating Cassie, it was going to be real hard for anybody to pretend they didn't see that. So not saying it's right. I don't know legally if it's right or wrong, but I had a feeling he was gonna at least get about, I think I said about 5 years or so. Like I can't see the judge having let him off as time served and then you go home. I just didn't see that happening. But I'm sure they'll appeal.
With probation, he'll probably fall somewhere around there.
How is that not I guess tainting the jury pool?
What you mean?
Like if I put out something right before I know I'm going to arrest you, or right before a trial or something like that, and I put it out to the media and everybody sees it, because sometimes they what is it called? I think sequester or something like that. So the jury doesn't watch media coverage, so it's not biased. But if everybody's seeing that, aren't they going in with a bias? Especially in a place like New York.
Yeah, that was the purpose of even dropping the video. So. That was the purpose of the video, because it had nothing to do with what he was on trial for. Why was it leaked to the public?
And even when they said that they were, what's the word? Secluded? What's the word? Like you prevent them. Even though they said that, it's like everybody already knows. Like everybody already saw the video. Everybody already knows the storyline. So again, I don't see how somebody could not have been swayed one way or the other by that video. So
I think it's crazy to me though that it's funny how these things work. And like I said, I'm not trying to justify anything that Diddy did. I think he's a monster at the end of the day, but that's his music business. That's his music business. That's a totally different aspect of what he was on trial for. I think it's funny how Cassie was made out to be a victim this whole time. And then come to find out, when all these testimonies come out, she's in charge of most of this shit, but she gets immunity. That there in itself tells you they just had it out for the guy. They had it out for him the whole time. And They set this shit up beautifully. They set him up beautifully. And it wouldn't have mattered what anyone said. He was going to do some hard time. He was going to do some hard time. There was no way he wasn't.
Is 5 years really hard? What, 50 months? Is that hard time?
Hell yeah. 1 day in prison is hard time.
I was about to
I
say,
ain't
you
free.
can be 1 day. Oh,
I ain't free.
I'm done.
The fuck? No, hell no.
Yeah.
He rich.
No, that's
man.
He's been in
I
for.
was in that motherfucker for 10 hours, nigga, and I was calling my mama.
I think he been in there for a year and a half,
For
though,
about a
so
year. and
hopefully he
some
get
time.
time served.
Yeah.
But shit, they might be on some trash and they might not even give him time served. The way they who knows, man. It's a messed up scenario, man. It's messed up. Stay out the courts. They're gonna fuck you over.
Yeah, I still, I mean, again, I'm not condoning the abuse and the violence, but I think for the charge, it's messed up that he's charged for it, serving time for it, and the other person who clearly enjoyed it with him is like at home chilling, just loving on her husband, kissing on the baby. I'm not for families being broke up, but I just think that it's clear they were doing it together. So I don't know.
Any other
Don't turn your
thoughts?
back on your masters. Don't turn your back on your masters. They gonna let you know
So
they ain't
what
playing the
should he
game.
got? What should he got?
Who did he?
No, yeah. What should his sentence have been?
According to the evidence, he didn't do anything wrong.
What do y'all think that his sentence should have been? Should he have got a sentence? What do y'all thought?
He been there. He been in there for what, a year and a half.
He's been in there for I think 14 months.
Time served.
1 year per
Yeah.
baby oil.
Time served. Go home, Mr. Combs.
That's like a slap on the wrist, though. That's not.
He did a
That's not
slap
enough
on the
to get a
wrist
point
offense. He got
across.
convicted of a slap on the wrist offense.
Wait. What did he do wrong?
I'm just saying, if he's convicted over prostitution,
What?
I think that's
like
the problem.
after
I
a
think that's
year and you serve your time, that's a slap on the wrist, in my opinion.
I think that's the problem, is what he really did wrong, he wasn't charged for, and what he didn't do, he got charged for. So that's
the
problem. You know what
problem.
I'm saying? That's the problem.
I wasn't in the courtroom. I don't know, but I just know if I was just blindly looking at somebody with some prostitution charges and they got a year and 2 months, I would think that was a slap on the wrist. I don't mind him serving whatever time he needs to serve. I feel like this is his due process, whatever, you know.
Most prostitutes, they go to jail for like a day or so. They get released back to the public and they back tricking.
No, not in New York. So AOC and the rest of them stupid girls, they push to what do you call it? Decriminalize it.
Oh, so they don't go to jail at all?
Nope, because a lot of the legal migrant girls,
you sure,
they're being trafficked, and they're actually on the whole stroll out there in AOC's district, like literally on the whole stroll. And so AOC and them decided to get rid of it, decriminalize it. That way you can't lock these migrants up. So no, they don't even get locked up for it. So that's why I'm confused at the charge.
Yeah, because then meanwhile, you got these other people, like the guy who killed the girl on the train, who went to jail for all these different charges, got released, killed somebody, and he look.
So what should the sentence have been?
For this charge, I think nothing. I think time served. I think the charge is.
So the sentence should have been 14 months.
However long he was in there for the trial, they should have been like, "Hey, man, we can't find you guilty on nothing. What we can't find you guilty of, you weren't on trial for."
I think his time is served because I think his time is served because of like I'm gonna say about power because you didn't the people that was all those files didn't like they have judges and politicians all involved in that in his little parties or whatever. So like if they're not if if they're not getting their seats compromised or whatever, then I don't think he should be in there that long.
Girl, you talking crazy? They ain't about to put them politicians in jail for that
I'm
shit.
just saying. Of course they're not. I'm just
I'm
saying.
not gonna lie. Somebody
But if they sealed that
propositioned to
up,
fly me out today, and I told them no.
So what now?
You say what?
Someone propositioned to fly me out today, and I had not to tell them no.
And I'm gone, man.
They did.
I don't even know what Quentin talking about.
What does this have to do with Diddy? I know you
Well,
Diddy. But...
I just like I could have got in trouble. Like what you mean?
Oh,
They
you
got in
saying?
trouble.
Oh,
They could have got in trouble,
okay,
and I was like, "No, man, that's."
Was it a man?
And I was like, I ain't. No, this one girl asked me. She said that my nigga wants to fly you out, nigga, and give you some money. And I was like, nigga, no, I am not having a threesome with y'all.
What? Cuckold Q?
I said no.
Cuckold Q?
Why would a man want you to come join his
dog?
woman?
What are you talking to on the phone?
Well, I've known this woman like this. I've done stuff with this woman for the like duration of like 10 or something years, and she lives in Ohio. She actually moved to Ohio.
Oh hell no, dog! Hell no, dog!
And I ain't talked to her in a while. And I heard her text tone go doo doo. I'm like, oh shit,
bro.
And then she goes, would you do a threesome? I was like, with a chick. He was like, nah, with my dude. I was like, nigga, I ain't gay. He was like, he wouldn't touch you. I was like, what does that mean?
What?
They all say that.
What? Boy, cuckold Q.
I said, and nigga, then she like, he was like, look, we'll fly you to Ohio, blah, blah. You can chill with us. And I was like, absolutely fucking not.
The real Q Diddy, please stand up.
I said no. I was like, I don't know how much money you think I would make, nigga, but shit, no, nigga, I ain't doing that. That nigga said a funky little $2,500. I was like,
Anyway, I think they need to stop with that immunity stuff. Like it needs to come with she should have served something along with him. Like why he's just a fall guy. And Q, you nasty.
Well, I said no, nigga, just cause
the fall guy for something else.
Nigga, I said no, nigga.
I'm not going to comment on that.
Is it y'all sound like niggas that get mad at his for they chick for getting hit on? Nigga. Why that nigga hit on you? Like nigga, I can't help when somebody asks me, nigga. I said,
a man invites you to
the man, nigga, I don't even know this nigga. Nigga, this is her that did it.
Well, he know you.
Nigga, don't put that on me. Shut the fuck up. Nigga.
Superman couldn't get that information out of me.
Nigga, I said no.
Superman would not be able to beat that information out of me, bro. Under no circumstance would I ever say that publicly, bro.
Oh, they too inviting, man. They too inviting. Like,
no, I mean it's more questions in there, but I don't want to do that. So
I asked some questions. I said, what makes you think I would do this shit? He's like, well, you did it with another girl, and I was like, nigga, that's not the same. It's not the fucking same.
Why would he know that you did that?
She told him, obviously. I don't know who the fuck this nigga is.
So you didn't know that she had a boyfriend?
I guess it's new. I haven't talked to her in like 8 months.
And they just so happen to call you out of the blue.
Yeah, she does it all the time. I'm always down for a good time that don't include niggas.
You was at the Diddy parties.
I'm down for some threesomes and drugs if I'm the only nigga in the room.
Do you want to do threesomes and drugs?
I said I'm down for threesomes and drugs if I'm the only nigga in the room.
Yeah, you know what?